Yashovardhan Azad, do you believe that this is a security breach major enough for the Home Minister at the very least to make a statement inside Parliament? I'll quote what Mr. P. Chidambaram has said a short while ago. He said, all we wanted is at least a statement that when there is an extraordinary breach of security in Parliament, citizens expect that the Prime Minister or Home Minister will make a suo motu statement. Do you believe that this is an extraordinary breach of security?
I want to make 3 points, Rajdeep. First, it is a serious security lapse, serious enough for a Home Minister to come to the House and accept there is a lapse. Why? Because prima facie, his security experts can tell him immediately where the lapse occurred and why it occurred. It occurred while the personal screening of these two gentlemen was done. This was done in a ham-handed manner. This was not done looking into the occasion of 13 December, how important it was. And thirdly, it is carrying on in a routinized fashion where the shoes are not being checked, when even in airport, this has already started. Number 3, I would also say that this kind of an inquiry will barely take 2 days, because it is well known that because the plastics are not identified during the metal checks, which is done by the DFMD or HHMD, and time and again, since time immemorial, we are only doing HHMD and DFMD, this was not been checked. In 2 days, the inquiry report can come, and the opposition should certainly wait and then discuss this. Okay. These 3 points also reveal another point, Rajdeep. My last point is that this is not the work, this should not be done by Speaker or any kind of a jurisdiction. This should be headed by an NSA with security experts, which are the CPOs, the IB, etc. Immediately you'll get how much of security audit was done, which should have been done. What about the physical infrastructure, which should have been refurbished during last 3 years? Right. Why a joint security chief was not posted over there? And then you can see which heads can roll. It's a serious lapse, and it calls for a serious reply, not this cacophony of charges and counter charges at a political level.
Okay, this is calls for a very serious inquiry, Nasir Hussain, a bipartisan inquiry. An inquiry that has, possibly if it's a parliamentary inquiry, members of parliament, but at the end of the day, this is a security breach, requires top-level security inquiry. Is it the Congress party and the opposition's case that the government is not serious about it? Do you really want the country to believe that the government is not serious about the security of MPs?
Rajiv, what would you think when such a serious security breach has taken place? Neither the Home Minister wants to come to the Parliament and brief the parliamentarians as to what has happened. Neither any other senior leader wants to come and brief the parliamentarians. You tell me one thing: if the Parliament building where the top elected representatives of the people sit and discuss about the future of the country, even if that place is not secure.
No, but do you believe the government? Are you telling me, Nasir Hussain, do you really believe that the government? No, Mr. Nasir Hussain, security breaches obviously need to be treated with great sensitivity, especially in the Lok Sabha and the manner in which it's happened. I don't think there can be any question on that. My question is, do you really believe that the Home Minister is not serious about this, or that asking for his resignation is going to resolve anything?
Rajiv, if in the past, if a train accident has taken place and the railway minister has resigned, if some other tragedy has taken place and the concerned minister has resigned, if the minister concerned, if the minister responsible for the security of the country and security of the parliament, if he doesn't even want to make a statement, how do we deal with the situation?
Okay,
don't you think these members of parliament have a right
to know what has
happened? Let the inquiry take place. Let the inquiry take place. Whatever prima facie, just a second. Yes. Whatever little information that they have to share. See, smoke bombs, canisters, jumping from the gallery, and they are coming in a BJP MP's car. See, these are all the things which are there on already public domain. But what is important is somebody from the side of the ministry should come and brief both the houses. That's what we were asking.
Okay.
And even if you don't want that to happen, and if asking that is undemocratic, and then you are punishing the MPs, those are asking for a statement and not punishing the MP who has brought these people in the parliament and because of which this incident has taken place. So
Okay.
if
I
this is
get-
the way
Mr.
they
Nasir
want to
Hussain,
function
you
in
made
the
your
biased
point.
manner,
Mr.
this is the way they want to protect their
No,
own
Mr.
MPs,
Nasir Hussain, you
whatever
made-
they have done, then God only knows what will happen to this country. How will they defend this country?
Okay, you made your point. You made it strongly. Tuin Sinha, the fact is, the very least
And
that the government...
somebody
No, 1 minute.
Rajiv, the
No, 1
BJP
minute, sir.
spokesperson was speaking up.
Mr. Tuin Sinha, the very least the government should be doing is making an official statement in parliament. It appears that the Gujarat model has come to Delhi. In Gujarat, whenever the opposition would ask any question, immediately MPs and MLAs used to be suspended. I mean, what is going on? Are we saying that the opposition of this country has no right to ask questions? Every session, all that happens is the moment there's an uncomfortable question, whether it's on COVID, whether it's on China. No, sir, 1 minute. 1 minute, Mr. Nasir Hussain, allow me to guide. Mr. Tuin Sinha, the fact is this government doesn't want to answer uncomfortable questions in parliament. I mean, this seems to be the model you've adopted. I mean, that's not the way parliament works.
On the contrary, the Congress party needs to give up its my way or the highway approach on important issues. Even on Manipur, we were prepared for a discussion on all issues threadbare, but it was their insistence on using a particular clause for the discussion, which would have meant that, no other business would be taken up in the House. Similarly, today, the Honorable Home Minister has made it very clear that since the security, the primary, onus is on the Speaker, we are waiting for a report from him, and the Honorable Home Minister will definitely.
No, could the Honorable Home Minister have not said exactly what you have said inside? Mr. Tuin Sinha, the Honorable Home Minister could have said exactly what you have said inside Parliament, that we are waiting for it seems at the moment the government doesn't want to answer any inconvenient questions. And if you ask those questions, you are suspended.
On the issue of national security, we don't need sermons from Congress party. You are aware of the track record of the Congress party between 2005 to 2008. On an average, a bomb blast would take place every 30 to 40 days. Today we have combated it, so we don't need sermons from the Congress party on national security. No, the MPs were not suspended because they were asking questions. They were suspended because of repeated hooliganism. Derek O'Brien is a repeat offender. Even in 2014, when the Telangana bill was introduced, he was tearing the bill. Even during the Farm Bill, he was tearing the bill. Even today, he was doing something similar. Rahul Gandhi was winking and throwing paper planes when Nirmala Sitharaman, the then Defence Minister, was speaking on Rafale. So repeated hooliganism from the Congress party is not acceptable to this government.
Okay, you're calling it repeated hooliganism. Let Nasir Hussain now respond. Nasir Hussain, this is perception. The perception will go that yes, the government is not making a statement on the floor of the House, but the opposition is resorting to unruly scenes as a result.
Rajiv, I want to make 2-3 points here. One on the question of Manipur. BJP spokesperson was mentioning about some clause. It is not about some clause. It is about the rule through which the business takes place in both the houses. We wanted a detailed discussion while the BJP, after 1 week of protest, had come out with an idea of discussing it for 2 hours. 2 hours, where there are 26 parties representing the country in the House, and they wanted to have a discussion for 2 hours. And the kind of seriousness they have for the security of the country can be understood by the fact that the Prime Minister has still not gone to Manipur, and no senior minister has still gone to Manipur. Now they speak about the security of the country. Last time, when 22 years ago, when there was an attack on the parliament, again it was BJP that was there in the government at that time. And I would like to remind this spokesperson of BJP that at that time Home Minister had come and made a statement in the parliament. Why is this Home Minister shying away from making a statement in the parliament? Asking a statement is hooliganism. Shouting, protesting inside the parliament is hooliganism. Shouting slogans inside the parliament is hooliganism. Then let them go and refer to what.
No, but it is not. Tuin Sinha, with due apologies, it is not the Defence Minister's department. It is not the Defence Minister. It is the Home Minister who is in charge of security.
That's precisely what we are saying. The Congress needs to grow out of its my way or the highway attitude. The Congress can't tell us how to perform our responsibilities in Parliament.